All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So the winless Jets are taking on the Denver Broncos, a 3-2 second place Denver Broncos, over, of course, in London. Game's going to be played in Tottenham Stadium, 9:30 a.m. kickoff for us over here. Is this going to be another game where we're popping on the recap video and we're just disappointed in so many facets, so many areas of this football team, or are they actually going to turn it around? No, I got to be honest. I think if we're looking at the matchup, this game favors Denver. Sean Payton's probably game planning. The offensive mastermind that Sean Payton is, he's probably game planning for this Jets defense, watching tape, saying to himself, what the hell are the Jets doing? They run these basic concepts, these basic blitz looks, right? Where, the Jets are running, their 4-3 defense, 4 down linemen. You have a fifth man come up to the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped. The quarterback just looks at him and is saying, okay, well, that's where the blitz is going to be coming from. He snaps the ball. The fifth man just runs straight. And then the quarterback just gets rid of the football. We've seen that over and over and over and over again. And then one thing leads to the next. Bo Nix, one of the more accurate quarterbacks in football, one of the better processors in the NFL. You're looking at the lack of pass rush. Michael Clemens, Brady McGregor. This matchup definitely favors Denver. Definitely favors Denver here. And then if we take a look at the other side, right, you have Vance Joseph, who runs my favorite defense in the National Football League. I know there's, for some reason, not a lot of people that like Vance Joseph, former Denver Broncos head coach who didn't really work out. But I got to be honest, when you watch this Broncos defense, and by the way, this is not some new thing. He's been running solid, successful defenses that cause a lot of chaos for a long, long time now. You see a lot of player development with Vance Joseph. The Jets, ironically enough, interviewed him to be their head coach. I love Vance, right? This defense is top 10 in so many different, important statistics, points per game, yards per game, third downs, red zone, things like that. And then with the Jets offense, right, this is not a unit that is losing them football games. We've seen them run the ball really successfully. We've seen them run block really successfully. When Justin Fields tucks it and runs, he picks up yards pretty effectively. Garrett Wilson is having a tremendous start of the season. Mason Taylor's coming into his own. There are some things to really get excited about here, right? But I think the main, how should I word this? The main issues with this Jets offense really comes down to 3. Number 1, the Jets have no wide receivers outside of Garrett Wilson. The room is vacant. The room is vacant. There's not a single difference maker. There's not a single wide receiver outside of Garrett Wilson in this room that defenses, that Vance Joseph in this case, are looking at saying, okay, you know what? We have to have a package here. We have to have a plan. We have to make sure, where's Lazard on this play? Where's Reynolds on this play? We have to make sure that he can't get a one-on-one matchup. It's just simply not in the cards. It's just not happening, right? So it's a team that really lacks firepower at the wide receiver position. And then the other 2 issues are pretty much self-inflicted, right? You look at inopportune turnovers, the Breece Hall fumble, you had the Braylon Allen fumble against the Miami Dolphins on the goal line. Just stuff like that cannot happen. It just simply cannot happen. And then obviously penalties. Penalties have been such a big issue, whether it's pre-snap, whether it's post-snap. You're not going to win a lot of football games. I don't care what level you're playing. High school, college, NFL. If you're turning the ball over a lot, you're always losing in the turnover battle, and you're always getting flagged. It's not a good equation that leads to successful football. So if the Jets could actually get out of their own way, not turn the ball over offensively, not get penalized a whole lot offensively, I think the running game could be good enough, right? Again, if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. As far as Garrett Wilson is concerned, he's probably going to have Pat Surtain, my guess, shadow him. I don't really see a situation why the Broncos wouldn't do something like that. But in any case, it's going to be an uphill battle for this Jets football team. But here's the twist, right? Here's the funny twist here. Because Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes roll out this predictable team every week. Every week they do the same thing every week. They now have the opportunity to completely pivot do something differently and catch Denver off guard. There's not really moments, right? If you're Sean Payton, you're going back, you're watching the tape where it's just like, oh, this game plan is completely different from this game plan. Or this one started off the same as week 3, but once the second half hit, it completely changed. There's not really moments like that. Like, it's all pretty much the same idea. It's all pretty much the same stuff consistently being rolled out. So if the Jets do decide to try something new, do shake things up a little bit, or maybe, if you really want to get like cute with it, you can do the same thing that you always do in the first drive, and then once the second drive hits, you completely, shake things up from the defensive side of the football. That could be, sending like exotic blitzes, having like 6-7 man blitzes, just completely trying to attack Bo Nix in the backfield. Like, there's a lot of different creativity, creative things that you can do on the defensive side of the football in this style of system, but yet we're not running it. So we do have that in our back pocket, right? The chance of doing something new, and Denver seriously not having any tape on it. So we'll see what happens this Sunday. I wish I had more positives to really talk about with this Jets football team, but until we see signs of growth, there's just really not a whole lot to get excited about on defense. Like, this defense has to show us something. It has to show us something for me to really get behind, right? The first round picks are there. The contracts are there. The talent on paper is there. But everybody's underperforming up to this point outside of Quinnen Williams. And Brandon Stevens is on the uptick. I'm very excited to see Jarvis Brownlee. That could be the solution at slot corner. Look, if he plays well, if Brownlee plays well this season, Michael Carter could very well be off this team, potentially by the trade deadline. So again, I'm hoping these tweaks will start to improve this football team. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do the Jets even have a chance in this football game? We'll see. As always, go Jets.